Was geht, meine lieben Freunde, mein Uli und herzlich willkommen zurück zu einem neuen Haus, einem Fata Morgana Let's Play. Wir sind heute in der 63. Folge angelangt und letztes Mal haben wir die Sixth Door gestartet. Und jetzt gehen wir rein, Pollute the First Visitor, weiter geht's. Im Jahr 1591, wie ihr hier sehen könnt, Freunde. Ja, das war dann wahrscheinlich
12 Jahre
Mels
vor.
Familie.
12 Jahre vor der First One.
Ja. Und die Musik.
Oh yeah, the music.
Let's go, Freunde.
Several hundred years after I was enslaved within the mansion, something changed for the very first time. Sunlight, which I had not seen in all that time, shone in from outside.
Ah, my eyes!
At first, I did not believe it was real. I thought it was a hallucination born from my inner desires. So denkst du, die ganze Sixth Door ist nochmal die Door 1 bis 3 von halt der Maze Perspective?
Ja, kann sein.
Wäre cool. Und dann 87 ist das Finale. And I thought I must have completely lost it for my fantasies to have escaped my mind. But it didn't matter if it was all an illusion. The gentle breeze blowing in through the window felt wonderful. The smell of grass, the chirping of birds, the glistening blue sky. It was like 1,000 memories rushing back all at once, and it brought tears to my eyes.
The time has come, Giselle. It's time for you to get to work.
And as she always did, the witch's voice crashed my elation, dragging me back to reality. Reveling in the sight of the outside was the last thing I should have been doing. For it was that moment that began my true decline. Oh. Work? What kind of work? Ist auch immer noch Giselle, ne?
Ja, eben, my true decline.
Jetzt wird sie the maid.
Have you already forgotten? Good heavens! Do you have your head on straight, my dear?
Bro, sie ist immer so
Herablassen.
cooking her.
As I said, I need you to watch over the house. And show your utmost hospitality to those who show up.
Is someone...
This is merely an appetizer. It looks like someone's here.
Hold on. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do.
Do the same thing you have been doing. Be a maid. Convince the house's guests that this is a wonderful place.
Convinced.
Make them enjoy their stay. Now, go on. I'm quite looking forward to this. Ich auch.
The bar has been removed. But will the door open?
Boah. Boah. Guckt euch diese Landschaft mal so in schönem Licht, ey. Geil, oh Mariko, Digga, Freunde, Digga.
For so long, the door had refused to budge. For so long, light had forsaken these halls. For so long, there had been no trace of life. And now all of that had been turned on its head. I felt like I had stepped into a heaven on earth. I know it sounds melodramatic, so please don't laugh. It was almost certainly a perfectly ordinary slice of nature. Leaves and grass rustled in the wind, flowers specked the earth.
So ein geiler Soundtrack.
And in the distance was a city I didn't recognize. I wondered where I was, of course, but neither shouted nor jumped in surprise. Instead, I found myself accepting of my circumstances, as unnatural as they might have been. As I was standing there, idly before the entrance, a carriage rolled up.
Yo. God! Could this world be any bloody worse? It's in dire need of paving on top of everything else. And who might you be, young lady? That outfit.
He's speaking a different language.
Lol.
The middle-aged man approached me. From his attire and the way he held himself, he appeared to be upper class. Die Sache ist ja auch, das sind jetzt wie viele Jahre vergangen? 500...
91? Nee, 92?
Nee, ein bisschen weniger. Ist ja 1099, aber ich will es genau wissen.
Hä?
1099 war ja. ...492 Jahre sind vergangen.
Ach so.
Und die Sprache verändert sich auch. Klar.
Ja, vielleicht reden die auch gerade eine andere Sprache, weil sie woanders ist. Keine Ahnung.
However, the words coming out of his mouth were not in the language I had grown up speaking.
Ja, eben.
Could the mansion have... Oh, wie ich gemeint habe, wie die Spoiler von der Serie Lost hört für 10 Sekunden weg, wie die Insel von Lost, die sich so bewegt.
Das hast du vor 50 Kapitel. Ich hab kaum vor 30 Let's Plays schon gesagt, ohne Spoiler darf man sagen. In der dritten Door.
Ja, vielleicht gibt es so Leute, die sind so Door-Skipper. Und wie
Door-Skipper.
Bei Jojo.
Ja, es gibt mir mal Door 1 und 2. Huch.
Ja, dann macht so, das ist so der...
Da gab es keine großen Decisions.
Ja, eben, weil dann ist es ja nicht so das Mystery und das Payoff. Kommt ja hier. Could the mansion have moved somewhere far, far away? Naturally, I had no idea how such a thing was possible. And the longer I stood there, staring at him absent-mindedly, the more incredulous he became. My immediate mission was to overcome the language barrier. Fortunately, I suppose, I was able to understand bits and pieces of what he had said. As merchants in the capital, my family did business with people from other countries, and as a result, I had learned a handful of words. The problem was, it had been so long ago, I had no confidence whatsoever in my ability to hold a conversation. I am a servant.
Servant? Can't say I remember asking for a lady servant. But I suppose these things do happen. Doesn't matter. It doesn't much matter who they sent.
Who are you?
You weren't informed. Bloody hell. Off to a great start, I see. Well, what can you do, I guess?
Hayden. Einfach Hayden Christensen, der Schauspieler von Anakin.
Name's Hayden Rhodes. Ja, Mel Rhodes. Ne?
Ja, okay.
Just a retired old man.
As I'm sure you have already guessed, this man was the Rhodes siblings' grandfather. He was also the first person I served under as the maid. Yo. For a member of an esteemed noble family, Hayden was a bit on the eccentric side.
Die Musik ist jetzt einfach wie in Door 1, das ist krass. Ne?
Yeah. He only hired a handful of servants, claiming he was not fond of Claymore. There was a single chef, a physician, a servant to take care of all the cleaning, and then me, who served as his personal assistant. Whenever he got the chance, Hayden would chase me down and make me practice proper etiquette. According to him, that's etiquette, bum, Alter. According to him, I had much to learn.
You are at least technically a servant of the Rhodes family, young lady, so I can't have you going around playing the country bumpkin act.
Jo, jetzt sehen wir die zum ersten Mal. Seit... ja. Yes, sir.
Cool, Alter. And we'll have to do something about that accent too while we're at it.
I have an accent?
Bigger than bloody molasses. Now, I have no interest in sticking my nose into your business, asking where you hail from, but while you're here, you must act the part, young lady. Lucky for you, I'm retired and have all the time in the world. Hat sie. I'll teach you everything you need to know about proper etiquette.
Alright.
Speak up! Will ya?
Yes, sir!
The rage.
Hayden did not go easy on me either. In addition to my day-to-day duties, I studied etiquette, the language, proper pronunciation and formal diction. Anytime I made the slightest mistake, he would shout his dissatisfaction.
Boah,
Listen,
listen carefully. A servant is the face of a house. A servant's scuffle is her master's scuffle. Always keep this in mind. You're not just a maid. You must always act with elegance and grace. You must always maintain your composure, even if the house is falling down around you. Whatever happens, you deal with it quickly and quietly. Wie eine Assassine, Digga. Your language must be immaculate. No ums, is, or pauses. For any reason.
yes, sir.
Louder! No stammering either.
Sorry.
Bloody hell. You're not going to make this easy, are you? And for the final fucking time. Louder! Nein, bitte mir gerade, wirklich. Whose idea was it that a country bumpkin would make a good servant? I'd like to give him a piece of my mind, here, the witch.
I'm not from the country. Not even slightly. I was raised in the capital.
Is that so? A prim and proper city girl, are ya? In that case, you should be a quick study.
Absolutely. I can learn anything in weeks. Tops piece of cake.
Ja, moin. Is that so? Alright then, starting tomorrow I'm tripling your lessons.
I didn't think this through.
In addition to being my
In addition to being my master, was my master listener. Hayden was my teacher. When he yelled, "Lara!" he grew twice his size and I shrunk to half mine. But it wasn't at all an unpleasant experience. Because I knew he wasn't raising his voice to belittle me.
Ja,
To the witch. His instruction may have been harsh, but it was human interaction.
Wie bei dem Schauspieler. Was mit
Ja.
Fletcher.
Ja. Übrigens, dieses Village, also das wurde zwar nicht gezeigt, aber mein Headcanon ist, dass da so eine Plague gestartet ist und das ganze Dorf ausgestorben ist.
Also.
They were people around that I could talk to and that was wonderful. I was starting to regain some of my humanity.
Unlike me, you've still got a long life ahead of you, the young lady.
Wenn er wüsste.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of life you've lived, but I can't imagine it's been all that easy. Not many servant girls your age without a home... Yes? Not many servant girls your age without a home to go back to. Which is why you need to learn this. Once you've got all the rules and customs down, you'll be able to hold your own at any noble's estate. You shouldn't have any trouble keeping yourself employed. I'm sure you think I'm just a loud, obnoxious old man, but I believe we met for a reason, so I hope you stick with me.
Ja,
Sie hat gesagt.
aber das ist so das, weißt du,
Ja. Und er hat ja gesagt, keine Ums oder Is.
so. Don't think about you like that at all, Master. You're a remarkable man.
One more time. Ja, ohne Stuttering jetzt, ne?
I deeply appreciate your generous consideration, Master, from the bottom of my heart.
Ei.
Stay hydrated, Wanda.
Ja, wirklich, Freunde.
I didn't know much about Hayden's situation, why he had retired to the mansion all alone, away from the rest of his family. But anytime I asked about him, he would say,
It happens sometimes.
with a melancholic frown. Before long, 2 years had passed.
Jetzt,
Also noch
1993.
10 Jahre.
10 Minuten das gleiche, 10 Minuten. Mela.
By that point, my etiquette had improved enough to satisfy his high standards. In that time, the mansion underwent a number of decor changes. as Hayden brought in sculptors to work on different areas of the house. He also sealed off rooms that were not in use, such as the observation tower and the chapel.
Warte kurz. Drei Sachen. Erstens, Kapelle und Observation Tower gesealt. Kapelle, wo Michel ist.
Ja.
War, ne?
Ja.
Und Observation Tower, wo Mate war,
Ja.
ist. Gewesen war. War gewesen. Und drittens, weißt du noch, bei Door 1, dieser Sound bei diesem Bankett, so ganz am Anfang, wo so BAM irgendwas war.
Ja.
Was war das nochmal, weißt du das? Also ich wollte mich gerade erinnern, so eine Katze, so wahrscheinlich eine Katze. Ich versuche mich gerade zu erinnern, was das war. Und da hat ja Whitehead Girl mit The Maid geredet, ne? Ist auch sowas.
I don't know, man.
Ja.
It was a sad thing seeing areas with so many memories for me falling into disuse. But as a mere servant, I had no say in the matter. In addition, Hayden seemed to greatly enjoy renovating the house, so I watched him warmly. That furniture was all gradually replaced, gorgeous paintings hung on the walls, colorfully patterned, and curtains installed. The roses. And the brilliant rose garden planted.
These roses come from all across the world. Das war ja so Rose Manor, ne?
Ja.
Fuck, da fällt mir gerade auf, Freunde. Ich will kurz nochmal nachgucken. Wie die 5. Deutsch eigentlich hieß, ich hab's mir nicht gemerkt. Ah, The Moonlight Spell.
Macht Sinn.
40% der Spieler haben 39,1. Okay, weiter. Nowhere else can you see so many different varieties in one place.
It's beautiful. Do you know that in the city people are starting to call the mansion Rose Manor?
Rose Manor.
And to think there used to be nothing but weeds here.
Hier hat sie angedingst, ne?
Amazing how much it has changed. I never thought I would see this garden turned into something so beautiful.
Are you fond of roses, young lady?
Yes, red ones especially. Red roses mean a great deal to me. They remind me of a time long past. Michael.
Given one as a gift, were you?
Yes. No, I believe I was the one who gave the rose.
Yes.
Hat sie mich das gegeben?
Ja.
Mein Memory ist schlechter als ihre, obwohl es hunderte Jahre vergangen ist für sie.
Er hat dann in ihr Haar getan.
Yeah. So red roses are a symbol of my feelings. They are very precious to me. I gave you a rose as a gift. You plucked it from its stem. Ach so, ja doch. Ich hatte es halt so im Kopf, dass er die Rose so genommen hat und dann ins Haar und dann die Malerei und so, aber ja. I placed it in my hair. Am I remembering correctly?
Yes, aber nicht.
My memories are so vague though. I can't even remember the look on your face that day.
There are some kids I'd like to give roses to myself. Das ist seine Kinder, I guess, Enkel.
Who?
My grandchildren.
Oh my, you have grandchildren?
Though we haven't been in touch for some time. Last I saw them was 4 years ago. When my second grandchild was born.
Was wollte er sagen? When my... Achso, wolltest du das third sagen?
Lol.
Das ist die Sache.
Ja. Das war so.
Ja. Dass du weißt schon, eine illegitime Dings war.
Ihre.
Ja.
Ein Bastard. So.
Ja, ein Bastard.
Ja. The sweetest girl in the world with lovely flaxen hair.
Ja.
Es war ja so, also dann first ist
Mel?
Mel, zweitens ist White-Haired Girl.
Ja.
Und drittens ist
Nelly.
Nelly.
Ja.
Sicher?
Ja, so ist es ja auch.
Ja, doch,
Also Band wieder.
doch. She's going to be a real beauty when she grows up. She's going to be crazy, bro. Anyway, they're wonderful kids. And one day I want to hand this garden over to them. Ja, das ist Let's Play, Freunde, könnt ihr mal abchecken mit dem geilen Sound.
Ja.
Das müssen wir mal fixen, eigentlich nochmal neu spielen oder so. Each and every rose containing my hope that they lead comfortable, healthy lives free of strife.
Das erinnert mich gerade so ein bisschen, also wenn wir jetzt auch die anderen Doors durchgehen, so mit ein bisschen Attack on Titan mäßig, nachdem man nochmal so in Rainers Backstory Staffel 4, also Spoiler Attack on Titan übrigens, oh, wer hat es nicht gesehen mittlerweile, aber dann nochmal die Zerstörung der Mauer sieht. Oder sowas. Sehr cool. I'm sure your wish will come to pass. Your grandchildren will have wonderful lives. Narrator, they will have in fact not have wonderful.
Ei!
The grief of not having you around still weighed heavily on my mind. But I was slowly approaching contentness. Life with Hayden was slowly and uneventful, peaceful and relaxed. I imagined my heart was seeking anything to elevate its pain. And it found that in the beautifully remodeled mansion, the garden blooming vividly with the roses, and my time with Hayden. I was even beginning to think this life was enough for me. That I would be okay with this being the end, if it meant more of the tranquility I felt. I was like a coward, considering giving up the fight. Please do forget me forever. Please do forget. Manchmal nur einfach so, wenn ich was falsch lese. Was? Please do forgive me for ever considering such a thing. Please forgive me. Have mercy.
You did something wrong then, right? You know.
Hayden seemed to be in high spirits that day. A gift had apparently arrived from his son, who lived far away. And it was tea set. Oh, ich muss Tee trinken aus übrigens. Gute Reminder. Some leaves and a small jar of sugar.
Miss!
How can I be of service, master?
Brew me up a pot of this, would you? Be careful not to steep it for too long. You want to get it just right for the best flavor.
As you wish, master. You seem quite pleased.
Why would I be? A boy who's shunned his old man, who you sends him a paltry gift on a whim. I'm just entertaining his fancy.
Your tea is ready, master.
Ah, what a wonderful smell. Tea and roses are life's best damned spices. Now, let's see what that boy chose for me. If it's no good, I'll be sure to write him an angry letter.
Ein Heuler wie in Harry Potter. He looks so happy. He must really love his family.
It's a little bitter.
Du meinst wohl eher... Oh, sehr gut.
Sehr anregend.
Shall I brew another pot?
No, it's not your fault. Must be something in the leaves.
Would you like to add some sugar then? There was a small jar of it with the tea set.
No, that's some bloody fine sugar he's procured. White as snow sparkles in the sky.
The light.
Oh, the light.
He chose it for you, bastard. Bloody hell. Sorry.
Bloody hell, what demon possessed him? Alright, give me 2 spoons then.
Yes, master. Here you are.
Splendid. Splendid, verpiss dich. This is some exquisite tea. The sugar balances the bitterness of the leaves perfectly. I guess that wine does have some gift.
Must. Master! The doctor! I need to find the doctor! Water. I get you some water right away. So please hang in there.
Der Sohn hat ihn getötet. Einfach, ne? Ja, der Vater von Mel.
Ja.
Oder?
Thanks to the quick treatment provided by his personal physician, Hayden survived. But he didn't make it out with much more than his life. He was permanently bedridden by the affair. Evidently, the sugar he had put in his tea had contained poison, which had done irreparable damage to his nerves and muscles. Most of his body was completely immobile, except for his left arm.
Okay, nee, der Sugar war dann das.
Ja.
Und der Sugar war von der Menschen. Also irgendjemand hat's geholt.
Can I bring you something? Some water?
I've had more than my fill of water. You don't need to wait on me hand and foot. Haha, that face says you need to distract yourself by working.
I...
Remember what I told you? A noble family's servants must always act with elegance and grace. You must always maintain your composure.
But how can you expect me to remain composed? If I had only examined the sugar more thoroughly.
You never would have noticed, young lady. I examined the sugar and didn't see a bloody thing wrong with it. He was damn crafty, that's for sure.
Why would he do this?
Er war doch der Sohn, der Bastard. His inheritance, I presume. Something must have come up and he needed money quickly. Ich überlege gerade, ob es war für diesen Painter, weißt du?
Ja.
Vater von White und ersten so.
That's no reason to poison your own father.
Blood is nothing but an obstacle to ambition. Or maybe he just hated me.
How could anyone possibly hate you?
Perhaps that could be said of the me you know. But when you live as long as I have, you're bound to make an enemy or two. Sie hat 500 Jahre gelebt, aber war halt allein, ne? Mine just happened to be my son. I was planning to give him everything anyway. He didn't have to do this. It all would have been his.
Master.
Killing me doesn't accomplish anything. But I guess it doesn't much matter.
No.
Say, could I ask you something, young lady?
What can I do for you?
I don't want it to get out that HAYDEN Roads was poisoned. So could you tell people that I passed away peacefully with a beautiful nurse tending to my every need?
You're not dead yet. Please don't talk like that. You're scaring me.
No stammering.
No. But...
I'm not saying it'll happen immediately. But I am an old man, and one day you wake up and I'll be gone. This is about my own pride, not my son. The last thing I want is to go out with a black spot on my name. Tell me you do this, Giselle. Jetzt sagt er Giselle, nicht young lady, ne?
He's never said my name before. As you wish.
Thank you. You're a peculiar girl, you know. Sometimes you seem greener than the leaves in summer, and sometimes you seem like you've seen 12 kinds of hair. And every so often you seem not of this world. Your skin is pale, your hands are as cold as ice, and at one point I thought you might be Death himself. But I was wrong about that. You have too big a heart to be Death. You care too much. You must be carrying a very heavy cross on your back.
Yes. What am I supposed to do?
Ja, aber dann in der ersten, zweiten und dritten Tor hat sie nichts gemacht und nur zugeguckt.
I don't want to lose you, Lord Hayden. Ja, jetzt sehen wir auch ihre Perspektive, mal schauen.
Ja.
I don't want to lose this life. Can't lose this again.
You have someone, don't you, young lady? Someone you're dying to meet again.
Yes, but I don't know anymore. I don't know how long I'm supposed to keep waiting. If something doesn't happen soon, I don't think I can hold myself together much longer. Du kennst auch so diese Memes, so I waited 10 minutes, I waited 10 months und dann Punkt bei Diesel.
So, ja.
I was so close to breaking down, and it was you who kept me on my feet.
I'm pretty sure you've tried to remain strong plenty of times, so I give you some different advice. A trick for when you think you're losing hold of yourself. Build a cocoon.
Cocoon?
A sturdy shell to keep your weak inner self safe. This world has no interest in protecting you, only swallowing you whole. So you mustn't readily expose your true self. You build a cocoon and you play the role you need to play. That way the real you will remain unharmed. It's not pleasant to hide yourself like that, but it's better than letting the world crush you. But a word of warning, if you spend too long in the cocoon, the real you is liable to disappear forever. Ja, hat man ja dann gesehen. Probably. You'll be swallowed up by your own protective shell. I hope you find wherever it is before it's too late.
Too late for what? The Republic to fall? It already has, and you just can't
see it. Shut the fuck up. Now I think I'll get some sleep. All this talking's worn me out.
As you wish. Good night, Master. See you in the morning.
I see you in the morning, young lady. Und dann verstarb er. Und man muss sterben.
The next day, Hayden was there. He had strangled himself with his left hand. Wie soll das gehen?
Bro. Digga, wie zu fix soll das? This is not humanly possible.
Yeah. I should have been more attentive. I should have recognized how much pain he was in. How much it crushed him to have been betrayed by his own family. I should have realized how he truly felt. How fragile he really was.
Ja, allein weil er sich so gefreut hatte, ne?
Ja.
Der Raum, wo die Maria hier so war und so lacht.
Ich dachte auch, ne? Ja. I fell into a hopeless gloom. I could hardly believe that the quiet life I had finally attained had been shattered in the blink of an eye. Hayden's other servants quickly went their own ways, and I vividly remember the dirty looks they all gave me. Everyone who knew how he had died assumed I had done it. Yeah. I had no reason to kill him, though, but they had more than enough to believe so, for I had indeed been the last person to see my life. Schon wieder wird ihr was angehängt, was ich nicht getan habe. And I held firmly to the story he had asked me to tell. While I was unable to convince the other servants, his family was far more accepting of the story that he had departed for the next world happily, though that did not make the truth any less heartbreaking, especially since I was the only one who knew it. Why does this always have to happen? I was happy, but I can never seem to keep hold of it for more than a flash. Despair always comes marching in to rip it away. What am I doing here? What kind of person were you, Michael? What kind of person was I? Oh, fängt jetzt das an mit dem Mate. So. Oh,
Oh my dear, you look positively miserable. Man, shut the fuck up. Wirklich. Why should you despair at the end, at the death of someone, as some strange old geezer?
Geezer, so ja.
Geezer.
Morgana. Was Hayden one of those whom you wish to be reconstructed?
Ha! I have no interest in that wrinkled bag of bones. Ja, chillig. And if he was one of them, do you really think I would have let him go so peacefully?
Mhm, weil Michel hatte so ein crazy death, you know, nicht so peaceful. Peaceful? You call that peaceful? Er wollte sich selbst gesprengt to death. You call his misery peaceful?
I most certainly do. And since you do not seem to understand this, the pain of death lasts but an instant. The worst torture can only be inflicted upon the living. Setting two loved ones against one another, manipulating one into taking the other's life, and then forcing him to live with that. The stage hasn't even been set yet, my dear.
And you would have me play a part in that?
Indeed. You agreed to accompany me.
Es ist so, sie darf nicht sich einmischen und so, deswegen hat sie in Door 1 bis 3 so ziemlich nichts gemacht.
You are here to be my guide. And you're doing a wonderful job of it so far.
I haven't done anything.
Oh, but you killed that old man, did you not?
Huh?
Thanks to you, my wish is one step closer to fruition.
What? What do you mean I killed Hayden?
You mean to claim you didn't? Tell me, who was it that put the poison sugar in his tea?
No, I didn't mean to.
Your intentions are irrelevant. Everything moves along the path forged by my wish.
Path.
Ihr denkt auch, sie ist hier so Obergott.
Ja.
And you shall continue to follow its will.
You know what? I'm done feeling like this. I don't want anyone else to go through what Hayden did.
And what are you going to do about it?
I'm done listening to you. Without me, you have no influence over this world.
Oh-ho!
So I'll die. I'll take my own life right here and now. I grabbed the nearby knife and held the tip against my breast. Es wäre auch krass, wenn es so ist wie bei Spoiler an Dark. Wenn er so, er kann das nicht. Das ist so Jonas und jetzt kann sie nicht auch.
Hä?
In Dark. So, Jonas will sich hier hängen, es geht nicht. Das bricht das Seil.
Ach
Er
so.
will sich erschießen, es geht nicht. Die Kugel stecken.
Wie bei Spoiler Lost.
Das auch, ja. Ich dachte jetzt
Michael.
Dark.
Nee, Michael.
Ja, Michael, oh, die Parallelen.
Ja.
My hands were shaking, my heart pounding, my whole body was wrecked with terror, but I could have sworn I heard Morgana gasp. This was her one weakness, I thought.
What are you thinking? Don't do this, Giselle. Don't be foolish. Put the knife down, right now.
I'm done trusting anything you say.
Giselle, put the knife down!
I've missed you so very much, Michel. I've wanted nothing more than to see you again. But if my being Morgana's guide is going to cause other people suffering, then I can't. It's all over, Morgana. Ah, huh? There's no blood? Not even pain. Why?
Ach so. Die hat mitgespielt. Sie ist ja jetzt schon. Cease to exist, weißt du? Hatte die Morgana gesagt. Absolutely brilliant. I taught you not to be foolish, but you just wouldn't listen to me. Such a silly girl.
Aha. I really am. I couldn't even die if I wanted to. Learning that absolutely crushed me. My backup plan, the one escape route I had thought available to me, had been ripped away. My spirit crumbled, and I felt myself sinking into a vast darkness. Okay, hier fängt an so.
Theoretisch könnte sie aber sich so zerquetschen lassen oder so, dass sie nicht ihr Gehirn oder so funktioniert. Und dann wäre sie auch dead.
Aber es kam nicht mehr Blut, also
Ja.
was ist passiert? Sie hat sich gestochen und dann ist nichts passiert. Also sie ist nicht, vielleicht geht es auch nicht, dass sie, selbst wenn sie irgendwo von 100 Meter runterspringt oder sich zerquetschen lässt, vielleicht geht's nicht.
Ja, vielleicht schon. Aber sie hat es nicht probiert.
Ja, wird mal schauen, ob sie noch mehr probiert, aber I began losing my grip on myself. Yeah, here. Which is when I recalled Hayden's advice. Er ist schuld, dass es so geworden ist.
Mhm. Aber sie hat sonst böser Cocoon. Sie hat sonst ihre Kaktus verloren, weißt du?
Ja, genau. It was the only option I had left. My final chance at protecting myself. Although ultimately I was unsuccessful in that endeavor, as you know. But by that point my mind and spirit had all but been lost. Eroded away by the years of solitude, the witches' whispers, the brief glimmer of happiness, and the eternal, boundless darkness it had left me in. It was in that moment that all light drained from my eyes, and it was in that moment that the maid was born. Oh.
No way, wie den nennen die Digga.
Ja.
Crazy. All der Zeit. Ja, Freunde, an der Stelle würde ich sagen, beenden wir das Display. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Ja, erste Display. Ja, Freunde, checkt gerne Part Files, was liegt ab und echt sehr nice Display.
Mhm.
Hayden echt cool.
Ja.
RIP. Und damit, wir sagen, Freunde, wiederschauen und
Reingehauen.
ciao.